Well, hi there everyone. It's Thursday morning still. We took the corn drill back to the yard, got that washed down. We've stuck that away. We've put the Velostad rapid drill on the New Holland, and we are back up to field 49 to drill these oats for Ken Fletcher. Now Ted's in the drill. We got a new drone the other day, so I'm going to stick this up in the air and try and get some good video footage if I can, just to see what this is like. It'd be good for the video if we can get some kind of good high shots and everything else like that. So we've got a bit of rain that's due towards the end of the morning, sort of 11 o'clock, 11:30 I think, for a little while. But hopefully we'll get this field all sorted and done for Ken before then. And I've had a look at the contracts, and there's still a few cultivating contracts kicking around, and there's quite a lot of fertilising stuff coming up. So most of the work on our fields is done for the time being. We will have some fertiliser to do and probably some herbicide at some point in the future, but that won't be for a little while yet. So I'm going to have a look at the contracts and see what we can get sorted out. Right, I'm going to stick this drone up in the air and try and get a bit of footage. Right, we've got that field 49 finished, brought the drill back, washed that down, put that away. I packed up a couple of cultivating contracts as well. Tony Morgan wanted his fields 8 and 9 cultivated, so we've taken both of those on. Ted's taken the John Deere and the cultivator up to field 9, so he's going to crack on with that. And I'm going to take these disc harrows up to the dealership actually. I don't know if you remember, but Joe had a bit of a problem the other day trying to fold them back up again. Anyway, we've got a seal gone on one of the hydraulic rams, so I'm going to drop that off at the workshop. They're going to get that sorted out today, hopefully. And the chap up at the dealership wanted me to trial a new case cultivator that they've got, a Tigermate 200. So he's going to let us have that, and we're going to take that down to field 8, and we're going to use that to get that cultivated and give it a good go and a good trial and see how we get on with it. Right, I've picked this new cultivator up. Getting it out on the road is pretty big actually. It takes up almost the full width of the road, so I'm going to have to be careful, particularly as some of the lorries that come helping down here are pretty fast. Anyway, this is a Tigermate 200, 10 metre working width, needs 250 horsepower to pull it. The New Holland might struggle a little bit because it's only 218, but I think at some point I'll swap over with the John Deere that Ted's got and see how that gets on with it as well. So hopefully that might be all right. They've got a sweep head on the coulters, so rather than just sort of a regular point. So we'll have to see how this performs. But yeah, looking forward to getting it out in the field. Ted looks like he's getting on all right with the cultivating in field 9. I think he's probably second time around the headland now. He'll probably do 3 times maybe, and then start doing the land work. So I'll leave him to crack on with that. Hopefully that won't take him too long to get that finished, and then I think depending on how I get on, he's going to come over and join me in field 8 so we can get this one knocked out fairly quickly as well. So that's good. So I'm just going to get up into the field, get this unfolded, and see how we get on with this trial. Right, we've swapped over tractors. Ted's taken the New Holland on the cultivators, and he's doing some of the short work over in this field. He's finished over at field 9, so that's good. And yeah, we seem to be getting on pretty well with this cultivator. The sweep head or the goose foot on it is pretty good. It's quite good for weed control. And it's got some following tines and a packer on the back, so that's I'm quite impressed with it really. And the working width at 10 metres is good. So anything that limits the number of passes and keeps the soil compaction down is pretty good as well. And the John Deere seems to be coping a little bit better with it as well. So it's about 30 horsepower more than the New Holland T7. But having said that, we can boost that and modify that New Holland T7 up to about 320 horsepower, which we might do because some of the equipment that I think I'd quite like to get in the future might need a bit more power, so it might be that we would do that. And certainly the Vaderstad drill, I think it struggles a little bit, so that's probably something we'll certainly look into. But yeah, fairly impressed with this so far, but there's a few other bits of kit that I want to look at that we potentially might get going into the sort of autumn once we've got harvest out of the way, so we'll have to see. I'm not in a rush to buy this at the moment, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Right, well, we're getting on pretty well with this. Ted's almost finished the short work over the other side of the field, so he's going to nip over and just help finish off this little bit here, so that's pretty good. I don't know if you saw, but just in the background you can see the other dairy farm just across the grass field there. Just as we were coming over the rise, you can see that in a little bit of the distance. And yeah, it's another lovely April day. Lovely views over the hills and everything. It's really pretty place around here. And just in case you're wondering, in terms of what we've been drilling recently, I said to you before, Dad obviously had a problem with his leg last year, and didn't manage to get any winter crops in, but it was also a really wet autumn, which slowed us up a little bit, and we didn't get much in at all. So we've kind of been relying on spring crops this year. So with spring wheat, we were drilling Talisker, which is a hard feed variety. For the barley, we've been doing Laureate, which is a malting barley. We've been putting that in at 172 kilograms per hectare. The Talisker, the wheat, was 180 per hectare, and then we've been drilling Delphin for the oat, which we've been putting in at 144 kilos per hectare. So that's a husked oat. And then in the corn, we've been doing Prixdor, which is from KWS. That's a foraging grain hybrid, and that's 100,000 seeds per hectare at 50 centimetre spacing. So that's what we've been sticking in, and hopefully those yields will be fairly sort of good for the summer. But obviously it's going to be a slightly late harvest for us. But we'll hopefully we'll get on top of things, and then we can kind of get back onto hopefully, if the weather's good in the autumn, we can get back onto putting some winter crops in. Right, we're almost done here. I nearly hit Ted then, trying to fly the drone and do this at the same time. But yeah, we're almost finished. I need to get this cultivator back to the dealership. Ted's got to finish up for the day, but I'm going to go and have a look. There's quite a few fertiliser contracts that have come up, so I'm going to get back to the yard and see if we might be able to pick one of those up before the rain sets in later on in the evening. But yeah, pleased with this cultivator. I think it's done pretty well. So one for the future, I think. Right, we're back at the yard now. We've washed both the tractors down and the cultivator and stuck those away in the sheds. The disc harrows won't be ready till tomorrow, so I will go and pick those up in the morning. Ted's off now. He's wedding anniversary tonight, I think, so he's off out for a meal with Mary. But I've picked up a couple of contracts for Justin Coggins over the road. Fields 62 and 64 need fertilising, so I'm going to nip off and do those this evening. I think it's going to be a bit windy tomorrow, so we might not be able to spray tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I can get these done this evening. It won't take me too long, so I'm going to nip off and get those done now. Yeah, I had another quick look at the weather forecast for tomorrow, and it's definitely going to be too windy to go out spraying, that's for sure. I think it's forecast 8 to 10 metres per second wind speed, which is about 18-20 miles an hour, maybe a bit more than that actually. So that's definitely too breezy. I think anything that's over 8 or 9 miles an hour really is too much. So not sure if we'll be able to do any of those contracts tomorrow, but we'll wait and see. You never know with the weather, it might change tomorrow. I was also chatting to Ted at the yard a little bit earlier, and he was saying that Mary had met some lady at the gardening club the other day, and apparently her son, a lad called Tom, is quite interested in getting into farming. I think they've recently moved up into the area, and I think he's 17. Ted said he passed his driving test and everything, but I got the impression that his mum and dad maybe had split up, and they'd moved up here, and he was looking into going into farming and potentially going up to Harper Adams Agricultural College. So I'm not quite sure whether he's doing his A-levels or whatever. I don't know. But apparently he's interested in farming, but he needs to get some experience. And Ted wondered whether might be interested in taking him on for the summer or something. So I said to Ted, well, get him to give me a call, and always happy to help out. A young lad that wants to get into farming, so we will need somebody probably over the summer as well. So hopefully we might be able to help him out. So we could have somebody joining us in the next few weeks to help out over the summer months. Who knows? Right, I brought the drone with me again. So while we're doing the main work here, I'm going to stick that up in the air and try and get a bit more high-level footage. So I'll catch you later. Right, that's the fertilising finished on those 2 fields. Good to get that done. I've just called Justine, let her know that we've done those, and she's just let me know that this field that's just here on the left-hand side needs cultivating. I think she's lost that crop, unfortunately, so I said that we could probably get that done tomorrow because it's going to be too windy for doing any other thing, any spraying anyway, any fertilising. So yeah, we'll get that sorted out. Right, I'm nipping back to the yard. I think it's just gone 6 o'clock, so I think we're going to call it a day now, and might ask Jo if she wants to nip down the pub and have a bite to eat. Hopefully we won't bump into Ted. Hopefully he's taken Mary somewhere a little bit more special for their wedding anniversary. Not that the pub's not nice, mind you, but you'd like to think that he's probably gone somewhere a bit better. So that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. If you have, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and feel free to leave a comment. So whatever you're doing, wherever you are, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the farm next time. Bye for now.